Mi gente linda, mi gente bella, ¿cómo les parece que ahora la Casa Blanca rehúsa hablar sobre las porquerías que habían en la computadora de Hunter Biden? Escuchen lo que respondió la jefe de prensa a una de las periodistas que le pregunta sobre el tema.
Yeah, I'm just going to refer you to the FBI. I'm not going to comment from here about that.
Simplemente ella dice que tiene que referirla al FBI porque ellos no tienen ningún comentario al
We are joined now
respecto.
by Judicial Watch President Tom Fitton. Tom, the extraordinary thing is they are referring people.
Y en esta parte, mi gente, Fitton, el presidente de Judicial Watch, pues habla que el FBI le pagó a Twitter y a Google para espiar a cada ciudadano americano y tener un censorship acerca de la computadora de Hunter Biden o todo lo referente a Hunter Biden y también sobre el tema del COVID.
The United States. He's responsible for the conduct of the FBI and should be demanding accountability. Is this still going on? On top of this effort to interfere with the election at that time, you had the FBI working with their former colleague, James Baker, over at Twitter, who was the former top attorney for the FBI, moved over to Twitter. You had the FBI paying Twitter to censor and spy on Americans. So
Y aquí se le pone la tapa al pomo, mi gente, porque aquí acaba de decir el señor Fito de Judicial Watch que el FBI, el ex director del FBI, le pagó a estas plataformas sociales simplemente para bloquear e ir en contra de la presidencia del señor Donald J. Trump.
Twitter and these other big social media platforms to spy on Americans, and it looks like to suppress information that could have helped Trump and hurt Biden during the campaign. This is direct election interference, and the Biden administration needs to be held accountable for it. The irony is it occurred during the Trump administration, and it isn't interesting. Yeah. It's one of the few things during the Trump administration that they don't want to talk about.
Right. Well, and it's what's extraordinary is Democrats were
El presentador compara este acto con Watergate.
Church committee hearings after Watergate to try to say you got to take politics out of the FBI, you got to take it out of all the intel services, which were also playing a role in this cover-up. I mean, it's just whatever happened to their concern about civil liberties?
Well, and on top of that, they are doing it now. The Twitter files show that the relationships continued until very recently, and it's not just the FBI, it's Department of Homeland Security.
Y aquí, mi gente, ustedes escucharán que dice el presidente de Judicial Watch que Joe Biden siendo presidente, pues más censorship ponían a estas plataformas y desde mucho antes. Escúchenlo.
To continue to censor Americans on topics the Biden people are sensitive about, like COVID and other disputes that Joe Biden thinks that you're not allowed to think differently from him on. Otherwise, you'll be censored from Twitter and elsewhere.
El presentador le dice, vamos a hablar sobre enero 6.
Criminal referrals from the January 6th committee for Donald Trump. What happens now?
Well, I don't think much is going to happen with those referrals. I think the more problematic issue is the Justice Department currently is using January 6th as a pretext to go after those who disputed, it looks like in good faith, the election in 2020. It was a big controversy, it was a big debate, and there was a big fight about what state, federal, and constitutional laws applied to.
Y continúa el presidente de Judicial Watch diciendo pues que el Departamento de Justicia tiene que obrar en buena fe para saber la realidad sobre las elecciones del 2020 y definitivamente que todo esto es tramado también para ir en contra del señor Donald J. Trump porque iba guerreando la pelea, ¿no?, de las elecciones contra Joe Biden. En resumidas cuentas.